Welcome back. So what are we doing today? I'm going to start on that Kyoshi warrior I've been wanting to do. Got some examples pulled up on my son's phone for me to look at. I got some paper, so let's go over there and get started, huh? There's no charity for this episode. There are no links. We'll be starting our next charity sometime next month. And as always, if you have anything you'd like to suggest for the channel, if there's anything you'd like to see me paint, or if there's anything you would like to request personally for yourself, my lines are always open. But for now, let's get painted. Okay, welcome to the main segment. So, I think it's funny, right when I chose to do this, I've been talking about for weeks, that movie just happened to get leaked. That Avatar movie on Paramount, which seems like they've been getting hacked for a long time, ever since that Seth Rogen movie. They just really angered people. I found it funny. People were like, oh, Aang looks so good, whatnot. We get to see him growing up. You gotta see him growing up in The Legend of Korra, which, Legend of Korra sucked. And, you want to argue that with me? I'll tell you this. They had no complete story from season to season. They didn't know what they wanted to do. Like, at least the original Avatar, it was one complete story. But if you look at the Korra Aang, he looks very different than the Aang in the new movie. His, jaw's thicker. It could be the beard, but I don't know. Looks like a completely different dude to me. Still, a lot of people seem to like it. I'll probably watch it at some point. I was just curious, so what do you think about that? Do you think it matches up with Korra? Or like most fans, do you just try not to think of Korra? So, first thing you gotta do is do your border. Which, if you've watched any of my videos so far, I'm probably immediately going to wind up going right outside that motherfudger. I just use a ruler. Just put it on. Line it up with the paper better than I did the first time there. Now, I was really annoyed when I got this paper out. The one on top had a black dot right in the middle of it, and I take it as a bad omen. Oh, but now I just have that paper set to the side till I start some project where I'm like, yeah, there will be a line there to hide that dot. Now that my son will ask for something and I'll use it for that. Oh, speaking of stuff my son asked for, yes, people want more of that Freddy stuff, and I will do it. But today we're doing a little bit of Avatar. Not the crappy James Cameron one. Yes, I'm like the only person I've ever heard criticize that movie. Just do not like the look of it. So I got a sample image pulled up here. It's kind of hard because it's been so long. It wants to show you the more high definition ones, and all the high definition ones are like cosplays. Those looks kind of weird there. Or fan art. And I don't want to base my art on fan art, but I got Suki typed in. Because they all... let's go to this top one here. Suki. Oh, this wouldn't work. See, they all have different hairdresses and whatnot. And, well, Suki's kind of the best one. She's the Red Ranger. Oh, this one's a fake magic card. See what I'm talking about here, though. Oh, I like this one. I bet I would be willing to bet this one was drawn by a woman. Just because of the way a lot of the facial features are, I tend to see female artists do that. I'm going to click on the page and see. Oh, fuck, it's on Twitter. Yeah, I'm not calling that fucking... Even though it has so much smut on it. Alright, I can't see who did that piece, so... there's a little challenge for the audience there. I can't back out of here either. Wow, thanks, Elon. Dick. Oh, here we go. This is the image I was looking at earlier. See, they all have... Man, that one's kind of cool. And then there's the Kyoshi warrior herself, her makeup and her headdresses. Hers looks more like two fans, I guess. But, you know, with art, you just gotta pick and choose. And look at those 2 pixels there. Kyoshi. Oh, Kyoshi. I keep saying Kyoshu. Well, we'll just go with this one, I guess. And, you know, I also promised not to rag on M. Night Shyamalan for all these videos. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but, I mean, I've just said it all, you know. Obviously, he's getting back at his daughter when he made that movie. He said he made it for her. I mean, he cast himself as the villain. I don't know what else you want me to do. So my idea was, you know, over the shoulder. I painted an over the shoulder of an X one time. I'll see if I can pull up an image of it and put it here. But little over the shoulder boulder holder. I'm just gonna start with the shoulders, really. And I put the shoulders way too high because, like, watch now. If I do her neck, boom, head's out of the picture. That's one thing with drawings. You always see the lines they made, but you never see the lines they had to take away. There's also this thing in drawing. I think Roger made fun of it on American Dad one time, but the lines you don't make are just as important as the ones you make. And you know, like that Cajun guy said at Joe Dirt, home is where you make it. I'm just doing some general shapes for the moment. I'm not liking what I'm getting. That is like the most basic outline of a head, and it's bothering me. I'm just going to go with it, I guess. I really have to think of what I want perspective-wise, and I want a sideways view. The schnaz. Got a schnaz there. This is looking horrific. This is like a thousand eye idol at the moment. And again, it's too tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the eraser all the way out. It's like God clearing Sodom. Burn it with fire. Nope, burn it with fire, and I have to get more paper. See, that's the thing I always say, though. It's like, don't be afraid to take a long time with your work, because, you know, you're probably going to have to start something several times. I really need to see someone looking over the shoulder. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. It's like what I had in mind. And again, there's going to be a follow-up piece to this one where it's going to be a demon. It's going to be 2 matching pieces for this one. Boy, howdy. I think it's one of those things where I, as the artist, like, intend for that, but it'll end up, they will end up being separated, like, later on in the years. Probably someone's going to like one more than the other. Heck, there's a lot of people that, like, they'll probably just want a print of one and, not the other one, even though I intend for them to be viewed together. That's the thing, you can never really predict how people are going to interpret your art. Now you might notice she's facing that way, I'm having mine face this way. And it's kind of like I told you in a previous video, you know, if you're a kid, like if you're a kid watching this, you're at school, you know, I know you doodle all day when you're at school. You don't want to do that. Well, you don't want the other kids to see you doing that, because in my experience, when kids find out you can draw, they want you to draw them stuff. And it's like I said, you would always have that kid like, you traced it. You traced it. You traced. I see it. It's in this book. It looks too much like the book. And the thing is, I just got so used, like, because that kid, I started drawing stuff mirrored. I think his name was Gilbert or something stupid like that. Anyways, I started drawing everything mirrored. And it just kind of stuck. Like, I didn't even realize right now what I was doing until I was partway through it. Huh. The kimono's throwing me off a bit. It's so billowy. You know what I'm noticing about this geisha is you can see her ear and her neck. It's like the Japanese redneck, but also like around where some people put that baby hair stuff they like to do. I thought they'd go all the way to the edge myself. I know a lot of times when you watch movies, it's all the way to the edge. But, you know, movie makeup's different than life. Yeah, I've gotten so used to drawing stuff kind of mirrored that... Because to me, it's like a shadow or a reflection. You know, I'm trying to make it reflect in the same way. Right now, I'm kind of predicting where her back is, I guess you would say. Because her thingy, I mean, her kimono is like this. I'm just going to draw it for the sake of this. And then probably erase that earlier. I'm going to end up drawing this woman right here. Nameless geisha. Now, I think some people might have something to say about me taking the ambiguous Kyoshi warriors and drawing them in the style of a geisha. And to those people, I say, you know, like it's some sort of appropriation or something. And to those people, I simply say, isn't that all of Avatar? I mean, I like it, but I was a bit of a weeb as a kid. I think there's a little bit, though, where I'm going to have to, like, right here. Like, obviously her arm is like this. That's inside the sleeve. Right there, that's the sleeve. So to me, it would be something like this. Then you'd have her big-ass fan. That's what I'm seeing. Now, what I remember... Oh, dude. Yeah, so what I remember in that episode is there was an eel and there was koi. And I definitely wanted to do one of those fish in the background of this one, but now I'm thinking... I might do that eel in the background of the demon one. That, or I've been wanting to do an Ina Chikasho piece. I might put Ina Chikasho. Because I love Ina Chikachow. And it's not just because I love saying Ina Chikachow. I'm going to type in Avatar Koi, and I hope friggin' James Cameron didn't ruin that too with his stupid Way of Water movie. Oh, it's bringing up Sokka's first girlfriend. You know, I absolutely love, there's this background detail where Sokka is with Suki, and it's after his fish girlfriend becomes the moon or whatever, and he wants to kiss her, or they want to kiss, but they're outside and there's a full moon, and it's like, this is the moon, this is them, and he's like, oh, I can't. And he gives some reason that has nothing to do with that, and he walks away, and then later he's all like, because she's not there. Oh, wait. Oh, jeez. I can't, you know, my girlfriend was the moon, and she's watching us. I'm gonna go in this tit. That's how I took it. That was a very mature reenactment. I'm gonna try giant koi. Oh, here we go. They're just fish. Oh, look, it brought up the magic card. I'm remembering this is why I wanted to do this. My son's teacher gave him a pack of those cards. I do not remember where they are, or I'd be looking at them. Oh, look, there's the eel. Maybe I will have like an eel-like creature or some sort of dragon-like creature. It'll probably be like a stylized version of that, coming out of the black clouds with the eyes in the demon piece. I mean, for now, these just look like normal fish, so I'm just going to draw a fish. And the fish is background, so... I'm going to start backgrounding the fish. Probably end up moving the fish, because I want, like, the tail to be flowing and whatnot, like whoosh. You know how koi get. Okay, well, I got the general outline I wanted, so now let's get back to some details here. Try making her look more like Suki, and less like alien Michael Jackson head. So, the first thing, you know, I look at a woman like this, and the first thing I notice is the eyebrows. You know, she's got some Who-esque eyebrows, so I'm going to start with that. Don't worry, I'm not going to turn into all those weirdos like Jay Sonic talking about how obviously she's the best choice for Sokka and then get weirdly personal about me sexualizing these underage characters because, yeah, I mean, when I was like 12 and the show came out, I thought she was cute, but that's, you know, most people, they grow up and they're like, oh, yeah, I was a silly kid, like in a cartoon. Some people with dysfunctions grow up and they're like, obviously she's hot. Like, bro, you can't talk that way. It's still a kid. Just because you grew up, she didn't. She's got, like, no cheekbones, I'm noticing. It's just, like, dip. Cheeks. Because the cheekbones would be, like, here. So, kind of looks like a Orochimaru at the moment. Sasuke. You know, I am getting pretty close to the Ninja War in Naruto, and I'm not going to watch Boruto. Like, I tried looking up some clips, and it's just like, I'm so detached at that point, and then, like, what drama there is, it's like, no. That's all Tsukiyomi, that's why I think. But, yeah, I was just like, no. Now it looks like fucking Spider-Man. Or what's the girl Spider-Man? Gwen? Gwen Stefani, man? But, like, I seen this clip of they're going to, it's like Steely, whatever fucking, Rock Lee's son is named. I'm just gonna go Steely Dan. Little Steely Dan and his, friends, other generic copies of the older characters. They go to see Orochimaru because they want, like, his autograph. And they have these trading cards. These, I guess, shinobi trading cards. And it's kind of like, actually, Kabuto's cards. Because you remember he had, like, cards. Anyways, he's like, are they making fun of me? And, yeah, I just found it funny because I remember them trying to do some Naruto cards a while ago. And they didn't do very well. Kind of like the Dragon Ball cards. A lot of people, they complain about Orochimaru being downplayed in Boruto. But, like, first off, you know, he should be dead. He should be dead. But, dude, he got outclassed early on in Shippuden. Like, there's no coming back from that, bro. There's no coming back from that. Yeah, this character, I'm telling you, it's looking pretty weird at the moment, but I feel like I'm going to pull it together later. She's kind of freaking me out at the moment, though. I ain't gonna lie. I think I might want to tilt this eye more. And her mouth is going to be like the big mouth. So I'm just going to try to draw more of this head outline right now. Then we'll come in and do a little bit more. You know, we're already 20 minutes in. You know, if this still looks freaky as hell by the end of this, well, first off, you'll know because you saw a thumbnail. You clicked on this video because of the thumbnail, but I'm going to have something funny, like, there's something wrong with my Kyoshi warrior. Oh, there we go. Dropping the cheek down helped. You know, I often like saying who would what, between what. Who was a bigger fucking kiss ass? Fucking Jokin and Lord Shishomaru, or Kabuto and Orochimaru? I'm gonna say Jokin, because Jokin seemed to like really love Shishomaru. Like I feel like he would die for him, where like Kabuto was just, you just go with the whatever he thought would let him win in the moment. He didn't really care. I don't feel like he really cared about Lord Orochimaru. At least not like Jokin did. I'm gonna say Jokin wins that one. What do you think? You know, if you disagree with me, and if you do disagree with me, why? I could turn more of my attention to the body. Oh, this one looks cool. Let's try to focus on some of these details for a minute. You know what? Because these are going to save me a bit in the long run from all the stuff I don't want to draw. But like the hair alone, the hair is going to completely change the look of the face. I may have to draw it. You know, looking at this crown now, it kind of reminds me of, I'm not sure what you call this type of headpiece, but it reminds me of those little things they put on top of dead people in Japan. Yeah, I'll look up the name of it. And I actually wonder what the inspiration is for this design. Maybe I'll look some of that up too, put that on the screen. Maybe get to learn something. These look really curved. Like they're made out of grass. Now she looks like a bug alien. My Kyoshi warrior is bugging out. You know, some people are like, I don't know, I seen some tweet from someone involved like, we hoped we get to see it on the big screen, but someone went and leaked it. And it's like, yeah, you know, probably someone mad at you constantly trying to sell our childhood back to us. Like, it's not that actor's fault, obviously, but like, come on, dude. Like, Paramount, they have been kind of shitty the last few years. I think it's just a black band. I'm just going to put a band for now. She's got those little tassels there. See, these lines are ones that you're really going to mess up when doing ink. So, we'll watch out for that. And this one actually coming off this side. There we go. Now I can actually like shape her hair a little more. Because you know, like if you ever look at a woman, like her hair when she's got a band on, a bandana, consensually, don't just like stare at people in public, you know, like consensually look at a woman. Hair kind of puffs up around whatever is holding it, you know. I don't know. Hair's one of those things that's going to make or break a lot of this. Yeah, you know, it's starting to look a little better now that I have the underlines of the hair. I really want to see what the side of that headpiece looks like, though. Yeah, it's just a black band. So, oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Got more of that body in there. See some of that armor detail. There we go. I guess this thing is pretty low. You know, when I was younger, I kind of thought it was made out of metal. I mean, like right here, it looks like these things are clipped into it. These tassels here, but as an adult, I'm kind of questioning it. I mean, those clips are still there, but it kind of looks cloth. I don't know. The face is bothering me, but again, the hair, for me at least, is kind of pulling it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lighten up this underline of her jaw. You know what's kind of reminding me of right now? Mirror's Edge. I mean, it would be cool to koi with, like, eel-like elements in the background. Anyways. That thing have, like, a really cool tail. Alright, erase a little bit of this kimono now. Seeing this girl is, wearing clothes that are quite different. Wraps in the purple. So what's really standing out to me is the shoulder pads. They're going to be on top of everything, so I'm going to try to draw them in a bit first. It needs to be more like, yes. Oh yeah. Okay. Now we get her chest piece, her breastplate there. You might notice I'm getting really close to the picture, and I hope I'm not smudging it out here with my enormous noggin. You know, this is going to sound like a weird question out of nowhere, but drawing this armor has reminded me, mainly because I haven't drawn it in a while, about Saiyan armor, and what was everyone's favorite design? Personally, I like the Cell Saga, how Bulma put those, like, straps and got rid of the shoulder pads. It was like Bardock's armor. He had the strapless, but he also had the leg, like the battle skirt. I'm just gonna call it the battle skirt. So you might notice I have two lines, and one of them is where I think the arm is, and the other one is the cloth of her shirt. So what I'm going to do here, draw one of these medallions, draw another medallion. You know what those kind of look like to me is that giant eel. I didn't leave the eel one open. I guess they're kind of different. You know what I'm thinking of? Rayquaza. It looks like Rayquaza. Yeah, the Unagi, so its name just means eel. I want to see more of their armor. Oh, there we go. See, it kind of bushels in. I have to watch the show to get better quality images of this. Oh, here's a good one. Yeah, there's one of those circle things, and then like down here, it bushels in, and that's when you'd have like the arm coming up. You have like a circle on it. Have some pads on it. See, I usually draw like a frame of the body, and then I'll do the clothing on top. And big reason I do that is just so stuff looks more drawn on, doesn't look blocky. Like a lot of cartoons you'll see, especially the clothes are just like painted on the body and separated by a line. Yeah, look at the hand there. So like the cloth, it's not just tucked like right here. It's actually coming out of the wrist a little bit. Like that. I gave her a really tiny wrist. Then she has like these gloves. Definitely going to have to work on the hand some more. Right now it looks like a bird. You know, I'm realizing I've done 2 pieces in a row that feature a fan. I mean, this one it's kind of central to like the character, you know, but well, I felt Meowth was central to his character, showing that he's a boss. He actually evolved. Meowth gets another form, Drip Meowth. This fan's going to be a pain in the butt, and I feel like I'm going to be redoing these ribs several times. Just kind of get an idea for now. And her head looks huge now. I drew all the rest of this, and now her head looks freaking huge. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to declutter the size of her noggin. I mean, that'll be easy, really. I just got to, like this. This thing, you draw everything a little bigger than it is the first time, and then you bring it down. I also have to remember things like her mouth don't have to be there right now. I'm going to change that. Now she can't criticize me for making her look horrid. I also got to change it a bit, you know. It's stylized. Especially the eyes, because she has those beautiful, huge, like, doughy eyes. They took me eyes. Now I'm going back and forth on the white a bit, and I might just use a white color pencil. I'm definitely going to put down something for the white, though. Oh yeah, that doesn't look that looks better. That doesn't look freaky. Oh, I love basic steps. Made her look like Ditto. But see, now I draw the eyelid through it. Oh, it looks way better. She has tinier pupils right now. I mean, I know people's pupils change. They're looking ahead. I want them to look at the camera. And by camera, I just mean like a... Well, it's like a lot of my pictures. I imagine it's like a picture being taken. You know, like you're making a movie. So that's what I mean. I want her to look at where the focus is. I'm not fucking with that eye right now, though, because I feel like if maybe I just make the other one, it'll pull it together. And then I'll know where to... I mean, part of it's the shine. The shine's really what's going to dictate which way the eye's looking. There we go. I'm not exactly trying to make this one like one for one like the show either. It's kind of going to be more stylized. So I like that eye way more. It doesn't look, this one's like hawkish. Let me pull it up. So you got like a bird eye and a normal eye. It looks like Kyoshi Ruckus. I'm going to soften up a lot of these lines right now. Where's my ruler? So, you know, a lot of people, they do the lines. There's also the triangle method, but when you get a clear ruler, that's really what this helps for. The eyes are going to be challenging. I might have to redo them a few times. Here are the ditto eye. I kind of like the idea of giving her the little moon highlights because of what we were talking about a minute ago. It's like, oh, you still kind of remind me of her because when I look at you, I see the moon. They weren't going to work, though. They were from two different worlds. Saki and Saka, though, you know. Sugoi. It looks a little better. Taking out that nose, that schnaz. More subtle nose. The mouth is going to be another one of those spots. It sounds like the rest of my family is home. I have run out of time for today. I wish I really had more to show you. But that's just how it is sometimes. So next time I'll probably, be lengthening this hair down a bit. Definitely working on the dimensions of the face, whatnot. Probably beefing up this hand a bit. A lot of these are temporary. Right now she's looking kind of big noggin. Right now this is looking like the demon piece, but I assure you we're going to bring it together. That is, after all, why I'm not inking it right now. Pencil is pencil for a reason, so you can hide your mistakes. I can't hide these ones.